Welcome everybody to another great episode of Real Life Matters. Of course, I'm your host, DBoss. All I'm asking is that you subscribe to the channels of the people that are coming on the show. There's entertainment, entertainers, or movie film companies. Just, it just takes a second to like and also try to attend their events. But anyways, I have a very special person today that's coming in. I've interviewed several of them before, and they're from Caribbean Tales Media Group. But today we're going to be talking about BMR, Black Market Releasing with Wonder, who is the producer is Sharon Lewis. But we're going to have the person who's going to be talking to us about it today is Courtney Panchan. So we're just going to welcome her so we can get started.
How are you doing? Hello.
I'm all right. Courtney. All it is that everybody's talking about is Caribbean Tales Media Group, BMR, Black Market Releasing. And I know that Black Market Releasing is a part of Caribbean Tales. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, for sure. So at Caribbean Tales, as you know, we have our film festival, we have annual events, we have a training department. This is our distribution department. This is where we are dedicated to taking Black content around the world. We opened Black Market Releasing last year after being authorized by Telefilm to officially distribute films across Canada. And so that's when we launched with Black Market Releasing, and we decided to take our flagship title with Wonder across Canada with a tour. And our upcoming event is going to be launching not only the company, the Black Market Releasing, but also the tour for With Wonder, which will be going across Canada throughout 2022 and 2023.
Okay, so let's get back to you. So can you, everybody likes to know where, what's your background and where you're from?
Right. Well, if you mean my heritage, I am
your heritage or your culture.
My culture. I'm Jamaican and German. I was born and raised in Canada. My father was born in Jamaica, and my mom was from Germany. I grew up on the outskirts of Toronto. I'm in love with all forms of art and culture, and as well as business, the business side of things. That's my favorite part of it. I started working at Caribbean Tales when I was 16, and I started doing community service hours, actually.
Wow.
And I never actually left, and I stayed, and now I'm the distribution manager who's responsible for all forms of distribution within the company. Our in-house video on demand platform, which is Caribbean Tales TV. I manage all of the content, and I'm also responsible for worldwide sales with Caribbean Tales worldwide distribution.
Okay, well, that's a big role. So you stayed as a community, you came as a volunteer or just with for your classes or?
Yeah, volunteer school hours were required to get 40 hours in high school here. And so I came over to Caribbean Tales and I did a couple hours and I met Frances Ann Solomon and she inspired me and I stayed and I built my way up and I fell in love with the distribution element of the company. I did run the festival for many years. Many of your viewers will recognize me from the Caribbean Tales International Film Festival as well as the Cinefam Film Festival. But now I'm excited to branch off and take this distribution company further and take these films across Canada. That's the important, I think, part of the company, not only sharing the films that are from the Caribbean, but our Canadian stories, our Canadian BIPOC stories.
Okay, so the BIPOC, you guys had another film of you guys that you took a hold of also, or is this the first one with one?
Right now, this is our only title. This is our flagship title. We are taking on submissions for additional titles. However, we wanted to focus the launch and the tour with Wonder. We feel like it has the perfect messaging, and we really wanted to just make sure we put all of our efforts into taking it across the world so that we can also create that reputation in the industry and get more filmmakers and more producers to trust us and come on and and bring us our titles and so we can help them market and take them across the world.
So you guys, and then you got this Black Market with Wonder is going to be in it's going to be going to Montreal, Toronto, Ottawa, Calgary, Edmonton, and Winnipeg.
Yes.
So has it started yet, or is it just coming? Is it this month it's going out, or how is it?
So at the October 14th event, we will be announcing the entire tour. We'll be announcing the launch, and at that point, the website will be updated to reflect everything, all of the tour dates. You'll be able to buy tickets, share it with your friends and family across Canada, and really just spread the word. The most important thing we're looking for right now is actually partnerships across Canada so that we can partner on these events and let the Black community, let everybody know about the film and its message and how important it is to see ourselves on the screen. And a lot of these rural communities don't have the opportunity to do that. And so we're happy to be able to use funding from Telefilm and take the film across the country and be able to do that. And we will follow with many films after. This is just the start.
Okay. So what do people have to do if they want to get involved with the with the black market releasing? How do they submit? Do you guys have a panel, or because probably people are going to want to know how they're going to submit their films to you guys?
Yeah, for sure. If you go to the website, blackmarketreleasing.com, you're actually able to submit the film using the Submit Your Film link. We only ask a couple of questions, get some authorization, and then we'll get back to you in a couple of weeks and let you know whether you are made it to the next cut or not. And then we will communicate with the filmmakers to see how we can work together, in what ways, and then bring the film to where we need to, right? It's a long process, but it does start with submitting via the website.
Okay, so when you submit, is it a minute trailer, or how do they what kind of submission?
So generally, we'll ask for the screener, the actual screener link for the completed work.
Okay.
We ask for key cast and crew. We ask if there's anything. It has to be Canadian for it to go across Canada to get the funding. So if it has a CAVCO certificate, if it's been how and when it was produced, where it was produced, we do have a small questionnaire that goes along with it. And then we ask them to upload their key artwork as well as the screener link. And then we review everything with our jury and get back to them.
Okay. I know we're trying to find out what's going on, because people are going to say, well, how do we get involved? So, okay, suppose now if Americans want to be involved, you guys are not, it's just for Canadian people right now?
No, well, the theatrical side of Black Market Releasing is focused on Canadian theatrical distribution. So that's the theatric side. However, we are involved in all forms of distribution and display. So of course, if there's American films that are interested in coming on, then of course we're interested as well. It's just that we would talk about how that relationship would look in comparison to a Canadian film where there's more funding available and things of that nature.
Well, I know you guys do a lot of women. So is this open to everybody, the Black Market Releasing?
Yeah, it is open to everybody. Like even at the event coming up, at the launch event, it's actually going to be Byron Wong, who is one of the film's producers. He's actually going to be the one representing at the talkback and representing the film because Sharon's not available to attend that night. However, it's not about Sharon or Byron as well. It is about them as the filmmakers, but it's more about taking the film to the screens and getting as many eyes on it as we can see, right? Like as many eyes as possible, getting the message out there that it's going to be going across Canada, getting the message across there. It's going to end up on Caribbean Tales TV. You can watch it on CBC Gem. It's available other places. We just want to make sure that everybody knows about the artists, their work, and how it can be seen.
All right. So when you picked this film, what made you guys draw your attraction to this film?
Well, of course, Sharon Lewis making any film, a Canadian wonder like herself. But it's not, I don't think it was just that. It's also the fact that it's QPOC, the fact that not only we're already put in one box by being people of color, now put us in another box being queer people of color. And we're just going to push the limits as far as we possibly can and just show the world that we can take this queer people of color film and interest the entire Canadian public. We're not only interesting queer people. We're not only interesting BIPOC people. We are interesting the entire Canadian population on our stories. I think that's the most important thing.
Well, they said with Wonder is a love letter to God, asking the question, can you be Christian and queer?
Yes.
So that's a big, you guys are touching issues in this movie, this film. They're talking about things that people don't like to talk about, right?
Oh yeah, it's controversial for sure.
That's
Welcome to Caribbean Tales. That's what we love to do. We started pushing the Queer Caribbean brand 17 years ago, 20 years ago, when we started the Caribbean Tales International Film Festival, we said we need to have a night that's dedicated to queer Caribbean people. And that's what we continue to do. Even if the numbers were low, we built partnerships, we built community, we built friendships in the queer community in this city. And we want to, in Toronto, we want to do the same thing across Canada. We find it's extremely important to reach that community because no one else is really looking out for them, right? Like not that no one's looking out for them, but
yes, I know.
In film, we are the first distribution company to focus on BIPOC films in Canada. And I think that's the most important thing to say.
Okay. All right. So this film, so Sharon Lewis, I know she's hard to get a hold of. I interviewed I interviewed Brian and I got him, but he was a little bit, he was sick, but we didn't know. And then, getting hold of Sharon was a little bit difficult, but anyways, we got you, so you could tell us a lot about the film and stuff like that. I seen the post, the flyer for the tickets, right? It's on October the 14th, 2020.
2022 at 7:30 p.m. at the Imagine Cinemas Carlton, 20 Carlton, Toronto.
Okay, and the tickets, and they can purchase the tickets. The tickets are about how much?
They're about $12.
Is it?
Yeah, it's only $12. We're a welcome community. If there's ever an issue, if anyone wants to reach out to us, if there's restraints or anything like that, of course, we're always accessible to everybody. We want to make sure that everyone can attend who's been invited. And also, like I said, this isn't going to be the only screening. We're going to be following up with a screening to close off the tour, probably next year in Toronto, to close off the entire tour so they can welcome it again in Toronto. But for now, we're going over, like I said, to a bunch of other major cities, and we're just going to do our best to reach the community there.
All right. So is it so we're going to, so just for the film, you're just going to see the film there? Is it any is it any dinner or anything, or just that's that?
Well, you're going to learn about Black Market Releasing. You're going to learn from Francis Ann Solomon. You're going to hear from Francis Ann Solomon, as well as our distribution partner, Capital Motion. It's hosted by Hollywood Jade, so you'll get an opportunity to spend some time with him as well, and his antics, which is wonderful. And then it'll be followed by a talk back with the film's select producers, Byron, Andriana Chin, as well as Cheyenne Gould-Sharon, and Francis Ann Solomon and Michael Dobbin will all be on the panel talking about distribution. And how hard it is to get films shown on screens in Canada, and how we can kind of band together as people of color to make that happen.
So it is difficult then for people to get films. That people think it's really easy, but hearing from you, you're saying that it's not.
Oh, it's not. It's extremely hard. A lot of these companies are focused on, quite frankly, white content, content with huge budgets, content that is almost unattainable, when you're a budding filmmaker, even when you're an established filmmaker, sometimes the eyes just aren't on your content. And what we do as a company is make sure that we highlight that content by finding the people who want to watch it, right? So we focus on our target market, we focus on strong partnerships, we focus on community organizations, on school organizations, secondary school organizations. We just want to get as many eyes, like I said, from the community so that they can spread the word and tell their friends and family. And, like we said, it's a controversial issue. It's not just BIPOC people who are
right.
And can you be Christian and queer? It's everyone around the world, right?
Because you're bringing the religion into religion, and that people are still on the fence, right?
Right. Sharon was brave to do it, and she did it really well. I will tell you that the participants in the film will have you. Yeah, they'll get you. It's very emotional, and to hear everyone's story and to know how hard it is for them just to live their regular life. Like, honestly, it's a miracle to see the triumphants, like what they went through to get where they are. Like, they're pastors, they're queer pastors, they're literally pushing the limits in their organizations, in their industries, in order to do their job, like do what they want to do every day. I find it amazing.
Well, we hear a lot about Caribbean Tales. We're hearing a lot about Caribbean Tales Media Group. We're hearing a lot. You guys do a lot for the women in film, women in color in film. And of course, I was at the Big Pitch. That was interesting. And then you guys are doing a lot with another filmmaker, Ryan Singh.
Yes. He's been in the festival for years. He's one of our
Mhm.
alumni filmmakers for sure. He was part of the incubator program as well as in the festival many
Okay.
times.
So are there any other information people for just even if it's not this type of film that they want to get into? Is there any other way that they can come in? How they get into your industry for the Caribbean Tales? If they just want to say, well, I want to go for the film with the women in it, or I want to do something, or who do they send that to? They just go to the website and just go apply, or how?
I think the best place to go to see everything that Caribbean Tales Media Group is doing is caribbeantalesmediagroup.com. It
Okay.
outlines everything that we do, and it has our contact information. You can see the different departments laid out very clearly and the work that we're doing. In terms of distribution, in terms of producers, and in terms of getting their work seen, we have a lot of different vehicles. It's not just BMR. We also have CTWD, which is Caribbean
Mhm.
Tales Worldwide Distribution, which
Wow.
houses Caribbean Tales TV, where we just have content Netflix style, video on demand, subscription style online, where you can kind of sit down and watch content. Right now, we're housing the virtual film festival on there as well. So there's always content available. You can go and watch festival films. You can watch talkbacks with directors. You can meet Canadian. We have focuses on Sud Sutherland. We have focuses on Tanya Lee Williams. We have focuses on all these wonderful African American or African Canadians in history. We have series, we have TV shows, we have documentaries, we have short films, we have feature films, dramas, comedies. We have all this different Caribbean content that's from the Caribbean and the diaspora that our people don't really know about. But if you wanted to have your content showcased there, you just let us know. You write us to us at info@caribbeantales-worldwide.com, and we'll
Okay.
get your content up. And really, we're all about monetization. We're not here trying to take advantage of any filmmakers or take advantage of any content. Our
Okay.
goal is to create money in an industry that isn't easy to create money in. And we've been trying for 20 plus years. We're not millionaires, but we're still trying our hardest with these departments, with this training, with this pipeline from creation to distribution, in order to actually uplift these filmmakers and actually let them know that there is somewhere for their work in the industry. You saw at the big pitch, budding filmmakers learning how to pitch their content to
Yeah.
producers. That is
3 minutes.
invaluable. That is invaluable for them to get that message out in 3 minutes. But that's the industry. It is cutthroat. And so that kind of training is extremely important for these young budding filmmakers to get. And like I said, it's a pipeline. So we teach them, we help them make the films, we distribute them, so we show them how to take them onto screen and how to get them. We put them in film festivals, we take them across the world, and
Wow.
our mandate really is creation to distribution, get the work out there, get the remuneration for the filmmakers, and just support. We want to work with as many organizations, as many filmmakers, producers, directors, Canadian and abroad, as long as we're all following the same mandate, which is to take Caribbean and Canadian films to the world.
Okay. And you said that you have the TV online on demand. So how much do they have to pay per month if you said it's equivalent to Netflix, right?
Yeah, it's a $9.99
Oh,
subscription. Yeah, it's not much, and you have access to not only the actual content that lives on there for on-demand content, but when we have live events, we have like webinars, online events, online screenings, and all of that. That's all available to the subscribers as well, as well as extra content and anything new that comes up. And so we release content monthly. We have a monthly pipeline, and we release new films and reach out to our subscribers, and we do a bunch of stuff on social media, and we offer prizes and things like that. So we're constantly working to try to get as many eyes on the platform as possible.
Well, we'll try. Well, we'll put it out there because real life matters. You guys are part of our family. So we've got to get it because a lot of people don't know. If you get Netflix, and you can might as well just get that and watch other stuff too.
Right? Like, why not?
And it's only $10, so
Mhm.
that's not going to kill you.
And a big part of it is the support for the filmmakers, right? Like these are our family and friends in the Caribbean and abroad. Like these are our people, and like we're paying $10 for Netflix, and it's going in the pockets of big producers in Hollywood. When you're paying $10 for Caribbean Tales TV, it's going directly in the pockets of Caribbean producers in the diaspora. So it's not, you know what you're doing with your money. There's a reason that we're a charitable organization. We are doing this to give back. We're not doing it to become millionaires, like in any way, shape. Like if we were, then we failed, right? But we are trying to make sure that not only do the filmmakers themselves know, but that the general public know that our content has worth. And I think that that's been missing for years.
Well, they had from The Hero. Then there was another one after that, because I was there for that one. Hero. You guys had a lot of, and that's in the on demand too, right? Is that there, right?
Yeah, that's available on demand as well. Yeah.
Well, so everybody subscribe. You hear it. Listen, we got 12 million people on CareVision that's out there, and that can go subscribe. So just tell them again where they can go subscribe for the channel and also get information and stuff again. This is the recap.
So visit us at www.caribbeantales-tv.com to learn about the company. Visit us at www.caribbeantalesmediagroup.com. You can always Google search us, Caribbean Tales, on any social platform. It's Caribbean Tales, and you'll find us. We are having our virtual festival right now, so come to Caribbean Tales TV and get your pass. It's $15, or just join up for a monthly subscription, $9.99, and we'll be happy to see you there.
Well, Courtney, it's been a pleasure, talking to us, telling us about, because there's a lot of things that, yes, the filmmakers come on and they talk about the with Wonder, the award-winning filmmaker Sharon Lewis, but you telling also not just about that, but you're talking about the black market releasing, and that which is part of the distribution center for Caribbean Tales. So now a lot of people will understand the difference between, okay, it's the same company, but you got different parts. All right, people, you gotta get it. You get it.
You'll get it. You'll get it. Visit
All right. And if you didn't get it, just go back on the YouTube there and subscribe to my channel, and you can go back and see what Courtney said, or else you can just send an email to them at info@caribbeantales.com, and you can get all the information. They're willing to give you information, so don't sit there and turn around and say that we didn't give you the information, because Courtney did, and I sanction it. All right. Well, anyways, I do want to thank you, Courtney, for coming on tonight and talking to us about it and everything else. And I do want to thank the viewers for watching Real Life Matters tonight. So everybody, bye for now.
Bye, guys.